Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School, your home for the highest level of football analysis available anywhere. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Feel Good Friday, we're taking a deep dive on Lamar Jackson. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And to be honest, there's a lot more good, even great stuff in here. We're breaking down the film the last 3 weeks. Had a lot of fun doing it. Guy's an explosive guy. Makes a lot of plays that are fun to watch. We're going to break down a few of the runs, a few of the passes, a few of the bad mistakes, some ball security issues. But it's going to be fun to learn from it. He's got all sorts of big-time upside. Work a little bit about – I'm struggling here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School, your home for the highest level of football analysis available anywhere. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Feel Good Friday. We're looking at Lamar Jackson. Last 3 weeks, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to be honest, there's a lot more good than I anticipated. In fact, I thought about titling this The Great, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly because there was so much good stuff in here. This is one of those plays. Beautiful little flick down the sideline, nice play action. The Ravens doing a nice job creating a system and throws that he can see and throw well. Comes back with another one of these later in the game. Gets called back for a penalty, but great job by him. We're going to break down a number of plays, talk about all the things that he can do better, all the things that he's doing really well. Welcome to the QB School. All right, here's that first play. Again, scheme-wise, they're just running a little 2x2 all-go down here at the bottom of the screen with two tight ends. Right here. Here's a guy who catches it. He's going to come out against a little cloud corner. There's a half-field safety right here. Half-field safety, cloud corner, just not going to believe it. Nice little run fake. Draws him up. Does a great job. Draw fake, put it on him, and then a nice little flat go throw. You know, there's not a lot of touch in this throw. It's more of a see it, throw it, drive it ball. But he does it well, and he does it again later in the game. We'll watch out the next snap. But there it is. Nice job. Running wide open. Beautiful scheme. You know you're going to get a cloud versus that. They're going to be thinking run. Been running it all the time. You're not going to get a lot of passing attempts out of him. But when he does throw it, and he can see it down the field, it's usually pretty good. Nice timing rhythm throw here. So you can tell he's done this before. I often think young guys have a great opportunity. Good job to find ways to throw seams down the field. Less touch, more see it, throw it, drive it. Great job right there. Don't even come back in the huddle if you get tackled like that. So, again, here's the next one. Go right down here to the bottom. Same action, same game. This actually ends up getting called back, I think, for an offensive penalty, but doesn't take away from the fact that it's a beautiful throw. Again, same run fake. Same footwork for him, almost same ball, nice low ball. You know, he's going to see a lot of middle field closed, easy reads right here, bump coverage. You see it. The read is not the thing. It's the throw, the footwork, the timing, the accuracy is going to be the issues for him. But he does a great job throwing this ball down the field, even with the little heel click we'll talk about with his footwork that I think contributes to his accuracy issues, changing levels with his eye levels and shoulders. But watch his feet. We really want those feet to be separated the whole time, less heel click. Can't really see it here because the defensive lineman, but that's a beautiful ball and a strike. And so it's available for him. You obviously can do that. I love also that the Ravens are getting into concepts like this. Get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice little, I want to say this is just a one-step dart. I don't love his footwork. I would love it just to take one step and throw it. He's got a kind of a one-hitch thing going on here from a gun, but it works for him. That might be what they're teaching him. Great job, though. Put it on him. Get it out of your hands quick. Spread the field. Let him see the field like he's used to seeing it. Really nice job. Again, though, I'd love to see the footwork just cleaned up a little bit, but for all I know, they could be teaching him. Usually you don't see a lot of three-step, gun, catch, hitch footwork, though. So little things to watch. And then this is a big-time play. This is the stuff that I really like about his game, what he's being able to just come in and do here. So they run all sorts of naked bootlegs. I think this guy probably runs a corner. This guy usually comes in, blocks the last man on the line of scrimmage, and comes out as kind of a flat, late flat. Usually there's somebody in the flat first, late flat second. And Lamar does a great job coming off this little fake. I think they go fake that way. Come out here, and then just this little flick back inside. It almost acts as a check down on these nakeds and boots. But this innate ability to be able to just flick it. Don't even have to throw it. Just see it making plays. It's like recess out there. Nice little flick. It's behind him. He makes a nice catchable. But that's a catchable little flick. Not too hard, but be able to see it and then threaten the line of scrimmage with the run. We'll talk about that later. He's so fast. He is an actual run threat on these nakeds. Most people aren't. right there. I just love that little flick. That type of playmaker ability, not everybody in the league has. I really like it, and I love when I see it, when young guys just out there making plays. This play we'll talk about from the tight angle. Again, this is Russell Wilson-esque to me. Breaks down, who knows what the read is, who knows what he's looking at, but his actual pocket awareness. There's some ball security issues, but the thing that I really love that he does when he breaks down and runs, try to pause it here when he does it. So no, he doesn't like it. Trouble, ball security issues right there. He's got that ball tucked in his left arm like he's running it. I love that. And then when he comes out of it, he's got the ball back up. Now, that guy that he's throwing to right here, he's on the run. He's coming out on the run, threatening the line of scrimmage and running. He shifted from the ball in his left hand to the ball up, ready to throw it. This is the guy who's going to kind of slow it, and the defender's going to run right by him, a little top gun, and put it right back on him. That's being able to see the field. Now, that can be a very dangerous play if there's anybody else back here reading his eyes coming with him, but he's not. He gets away with it here. But, again, playmaker ability. That's the stuff that Flacco's just hasn't been able to do over the course of his career. Kind of a breath of fresh air into that offense. So, again, another little naked, I think. This is the one where he comes out. I really love how he comes out on these nakeds and boots, and he is threatening to run. Now, granted, he also runs 10 times a game. He's threatening to run. He's coming downhill with an angle to run. This is the guy who ends up getting the ball on this over all the way across the field, I want to say. But I love how he goes all the way to the sideline. Take that thing to the sideline, threaten, and then pull back up. That's the type of stuff on these nakeds. You come around the corner, you're thinking, I'm just going to throw it away. Nope, keep it alive all the way to the sideline. Big time stuff, super athletic stuff. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. But I love the fact that he comes out of these things thinking, I'm running it. And because half the time he is running it. But right there, he's running. Nope, not running. Pull back, little flick. That little flick of a throw, too. That's a pretty special thing to be able to do. Now, again, here's another play that I really love. This is the stuff that I thought was really good, that really surprised me about the film. So they ran this play, or some version of this play. This is essentially a little screen right here. So he's going to come in here, run like a little dart screen, and these guys are just going to come up and block. So they ran it earlier in the game. Right here, it comes out, likes it, doesn't like it, not there. He resets his feet and able to just get this check down out of his hands with a little flick. Again, that little flick stuff, that's just playing ball. I love that type of stuff, but the footwork, I don't necessarily love the footwork of the jump back right there, but the little flick to the check down, it's Phillip Rivers-esque, but that's a taught quarterback skill. You can tell that he's making progress in certain things that they're asking him to do right there. Know where he is, flip it. And he did that a handful of times, a number of times on a 2-minute drive before the half, just able to come out, flip it. And then, of course, here it is, bootleg stuff. He's just so athletic, so fast. I mean, this stuff is, you expect to see it on the film, and then you see how fast it is, and you still don't believe him. I didn't put a speed option in here for a touchdown, but it was just the same type of thing. The reason I put this one on there, I wanted to show from the tight side. This guy, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I was in quarterback meeting rooms where the quarterback coach would tell me, put your offhand on your stomach or your gut so that you looks like it's a run to the defense. So see if I can stop it. Oh. So when he comes back out to hand the ball off. You see him extend the ball with his left hand, and then his right hand right here. His right hand is right here. Most people will tell you, put your right hand right there on your stomach. Extend the ball with the hand to the ball, and then you put your other hand onto your stomach right here. So these guys back here, these defenders, sorry about that. These defenders, usually an unblocked end, these guys don't see this empty hand right here. This empty hand is usually a giveaway that it's an actual run play. So you want to hide it on there, keep your hand on your stomach, and then come out smoking. Now here, and I always laugh when they used to do that because it never really matters. You're this athletic, it doesn't matter. He's coming around. The guy's got no chance. Hop into the end zone. Pretty sweet. But just as far as the little details that we're going to try to talk about in the quarterback school, get that offhand on your gut or on your belly. And then this one just showcases the pure raw speed. I mean, just blow by. And then just the little thing right here at the end, just get out of bounds, bro. Don't even take that little cheap shot or a little push in the face. Just get out of bounds, save yourself. That's the one thing, watching his film, he just takes too many unnecessary hits. And that's saying he does get down quite a bit of the time too. But he runs that much, you're just going to get hit. So now let's get into the bad. There's a lot of it as far as the accuracy issues here. I put 3 of them in here. There's a little hinge to the field. Now this is a tough throw. Granted, it's not an easy throw, but it's basically a free access, uncovered, wide open NFL throw. My thing about him with the accuracy issues is just the footwork element of it. I just don't love his little hop at the end, and he brings his feet together. This little heel click, I'm used to calling it. You just want the guys who are really good, really accurate, always have their feet apart at the end of their drop. So as he drops, that you see just that little heel click. If I could do a slow motion, you'd be able to see just a little heel click where his feet come together off the ground, and it just makes you inconsistent with your platform. He also bounces around high and low when he pops up at the top of his drop. You want to stay as level as possible with your feet in the ground. You don't want to be toesy back there. Right here, this is a good example of being toesy to me. He sky mails this little quick hour. That thing's not even close. Look at the wide receiver. He's like, what, bro? Come on. Like, that's the thing. When you start seeing wide receivers look at a quarterback like that, you got all sorts of issues. And then this one of my favorite plays. We've talked about it on the quarterback school before. But this is just a variation. I don't know what they call it. I'm used to calling it bullets. But this has come up. You can either run through or sit down right here and pick. So that guy out there is usually looking for this guy right here. Now, especially when there's nobody in the middle of the field. I mean, he's on the other hash to where the ball is. The middle field player is right here. This is just, you're running basically a go route from the backfield through the path of this guy's feet. The quarterback can usually put it on him here early, here late, or way late if he decides, depending on how this defender goes around this little pick. So the most important part right here, this little pick, whatever this defender does, he can't be right. If he goes under, you throw it over the top. If he goes over, you usually put it right on him. But the little secrets to this is just to keep your left shoulder open. Drop back. You don't have to fully close, especially when there's no middle field player. It's open to your hash, what you're trying to do in case you were going to throw it down the field. So again, this is a big miss. This is a yards miss. So when you start seeing misses by yards, that's when you really have accuracy issues. And so, I think he can do himself a favor. He just looks like he pops up at the end of his drop to me. If he would just get his feet in the ground, get his cleats in the ground, stay level, stop with the heel click, and just get it out. The timing of it is a little late. Everything's just a tick late. So we'll see if we can see the footwork of it here. I'd want to see him to just kind of almost like a Drew Brees, like shuffle back. He takes a drop, turns, got people in his face. There's all sorts of issues here. But this, to me, this was the one I was like, wow, this is like it's one thing to put it behind him. I get it. Put it behind him. You're going to miss. That's like a 3-yard miss on a 10-yard throw, which is, you just don't see that at this level. And that's why I think people are concerned about the accuracy elements of it. And I think there's some validity to it. You just can't. That's a tough miss. So again, now get into a little bit of the ball security issues here. This is easy for me to say on the other side of a microphone, but this looks like a pretty simple read here. Pull for him. He ends up keeping it in there. Miscommunication, whatever. It'd be one thing if there was just one of them. There's a handful of them though. This one, he ends up getting sacked. He's in the grass. He's a playmaker. He's trying to make plays. Just has to learn that ability to get 2 hands on it when you're in the grass. But then the thing I really love about this play is look at his effort. He's running to make this play. We'll watch it from the tight, but he's all the way down into the end zone getting blocked. I love the competitive spirit that jumped off the film watching him play. It wasn't always pretty. It certainly wasn't always pretty with the accuracy. But the effort of it, and the speed and the way he just plays, you can tell he's a football player, I really liked. And I didn't anticipate it. I haven't heard people talk enough about it. But right here, he's down. He's in the grass. He's getting held. He's right. You see him right here. He just fumbled the ball. He's getting held here by this. And this guy is on the break down the sideline. So he finds a way to get into it, has a chance to make the tackle twice, essentially. Watch how fast he is. Shows off his speed right here. He's getting pushed out of bounds. He's still in it. Doesn't quit. Keeps fighting. And would have made that tackle if his buddy wouldn't have came through and gave him the escort into the end zone. But he's the only one that's fighting in front of the defender. Pretty awesome. And then one more, I think this was a bizarre play. So this was like a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 4. They call this bizarre quarterback power. Now, I'll be honest with you. I haven't run a whole lot of quarterback power, if ever, in my life. But there's definitely a cutback here. But other than being able to say, hold on to the ball, and you're basically a running back at this point, I don't know what else to do. I think the reason I put it on here was just the pattern of looseness with the ball in the pocket was, to me, something that became a pattern watching the film with him. This was the one read that I really thought was bizarre. They don't ask him to do a lot of reading from the pocket, but this full field kind of what looks to me to be a 3-step concept. Most teams, every team I've ever been on, usually will not want their quarterback to do full field reads in 3-step drop. What I mean by that is, usually in 3-step drop, you're pre-snap reading it, and you're usually splitting the field in half. So if you have a stick up here, which I think they do, and then you have some sort of variation of a run through with a short little in, and I don't know if this is a short post or if this is a deeper in back here, but usually on this type of field read, you won't go from full field read, meaning you won't read this side 1 and then scan back with your eyes and kind of go 1, 2, 3. It'll usually just be clean it up. Depending on the pre-snap coverage, you'll either have 1 here, 2 here, or 1 run. So there's not a lot of full field read and 3-step drop like this. And so when he did this was the one where I was like, man, that's a pretty gnarly read. I can't imagine that they're asking him to do that. So he says no, comes back, and it happens fast, but it's a low ball. The accuracy element, I know he's maybe saying he's going to protect that guy, but I can't imagine that he's saying doing that coming all the way across. So this was the one decision I was like, oh man, in the red zone, that's tough. And then finally here, this is now when we get into the ugly element of it. There's a handful of interceptions here that I want to talk about. So this one, and really the pattern with the interceptions that I thought was bizarre is he seems to almost lock onto the receiver and lose any sort of like awareness of people around him. I mean, this guy, I'm thinking that he's throwing it to the comeback down here at the bottom of the screen. He gets out on the edge, and they have got guys coming to the flat. Guys, they run their overs a little shallow, but he's coming across, and you think, who knows if he's running it, going to make a play. He's obviously already shown he can make little flicks all over the place. That's a great move, creates all sorts of space, but then he kind of loses himself. And then I love the little tackle competitiveness, hitting the ground, fired up again. That's the type of stuff that jumps off the film. But this is a big-time move on this defensive end or linebacker. Dunlap can't handle it. But then, when he makes that throw right there, that's just there's a bizarre amount of just lack of awareness from being able to see this guy in the flat. This guy in the flat is, there's nothing that says, he's right there. You're trying to throw that ball through here. You certainly can if you get it up and down high on the sideline, but he's throwing just a laser. Thinks that this is routes on air. And so this and another throw, another interception, I was just like, man, this is a pattern that's a little scary to be locked on and just kind of lose, hyper-focused on, getting out there making a play. You got to be able to open up your vision a little bit wider and see the wider picture of what you're trying to do with your vision playing quarterback in the league. But the athleticism right here, this little move, and then get out, but then, that hits him in the face. And then I love the tackle right here, spin off, cut him down, get pissed. He knows exactly what happened. And then this was the play that I thought was really bizarre. It's a 3rd and long. They're running, I want to say, quarters on defense. So quarter, 3-by-1 kick, locked on back here playing quarter. But then they're doing a drop 8. I'm pretty sure they're doing a drop 8. So 3 guys rushing. Sorry about that. 3 guys rushing. And then somebody, I want to say this guy is just hanging out here doing the drop 8. And so it looks like they're running on offense. Basically, everybody run up to the sticks, turn around, got comebacks all over the place right at the sticks. And so he's locked on here to this guy. There's no look off. There's no anything else. We break down other quarterbacks in the league. You're always going to see guys looking off, manipulating defenders with their eyes. But right here, he's staring at him. That guy didn't move. 25 didn't move. Every Raider defender touches the ball on the interception. So this is the type of stuff where you're just like, geez, just give us something here. But watch 25 here. He's just standing there. There's nobody. There's nothing. He's not doing anything but hanging out. Tip, 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 pick. Nah, bad feeling. So, and then this was the absolute brutal one for me, the ugliest of the ugly. Tony Romo doing the color started laughing. He was so wide open. Beautiful design, setup, bootleg. They're moving him so much. He comes back, and that guy is wide open, and he misses him, and he knows it. But the other guy's even more open. And I mean, it's not the miss per se. Everybody's going to go out there and have misses. It's missing by so much. I mean, that is wide open, bro. And that is not close. Look at the wide receiver. Doesn't even try. It's like a home run going over the center fielder's head. So break it down here. The other thing that I really liked about this concept that I thought was pretty cool is that they come back. So the guy that he ends up throwing it to right here on the post, wide open, little fake, come out here to the number, set his feet. We're blocking the edge. These two guys coming over. First guy doing their little shallow over. Then this guy coming back. And I want to say when he gets to the hash, he comes back out again. He's even more open. So, I mean, this throw is wide open. I have no problem him taking it, just throwing it out here, lay it underneath him. Easy throw, easy completion. Not easy throw. It's a long throw, but give him a chance at least. But the idea that the other guy was even more open, I mean, this is just really ugly. And again, the footwork element that I'm talking about, and you can see it here, is just the heel click. I'll see if I can stop it. When he pulls up to stop, you want your feet you throw from the ground up. You want your feet in the ground. You don't want to be jumping around, heel clicking. Right there, his feet are together like that is not the position you want to play quarterback in. You want your feet, so right here, this is what I'm talking about. His feet together, right here. You want your feet spread out as much as possible. You want to be level. You don't want to be bouncing up like a top here. You want to stay low, keep your shoulders level, and throw with the same platform all the time. It's like golf or batting or hitting. You want the same platform all the time. You don't see guys jump around in the batter's box or on the tee box. You want to come out there and create the most consistent, powerful platform you can throw from. So that's one thing learning from him. Just stay away from the heel click, the bouncing all over the place, but the athleticism, everything else, special. So I had fun breaking it down. Let me know what you think about the video. He's obviously got it rolling. They're going to have a decision to make no matter what Harbaugh says about having the best quarterback room in the league. It's laughable. But the idea that this guy's pretty athletic and can make a handful of plays that not very many people in the league can make, it's pretty special. So let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you like about the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Having fun doing these videos. So thanks so much for watching. Have a good one.